Today on EWTN Religious Catalog, we have a Prayer to St. Michael Stone Plaque, a St. Junipero DVD and Rosary set, clip-on Saint Charms, and the book, How I Stayed Catholic at Harvard.
And I hope you have a blessed reminder of the love of Jesus in your house and in your heart.
Hello, and thank you for watching EWTN Religious Catalog. It's the home of holy reminders here on EWTN. I'm Debbie Cowden, and I'm blessed to be joined by my friend Ryan Penny. Ryan, this week we're celebrating Independence Day, and we are so thankful for the freedoms that we have.
4th of July, amen. Yep, and we have a lot of great saints to talk about and show who really helped to make America what it is. So, a lot of great things to show today.
And we're excited to share them with you. And as we're celebrating Independence Day this week, we should remember to pray for the soldiers who help to keep us safe and free. So first today we have some items that remind us of the patron saint of soldiers, as well as the patron of police officers and paramedics. And if you haven't guessed already, that's St. Michael the Archangel. So the first item that I have for you is the Prayer to St. Michael Stone Plaque. And this plaque, which is made of Jerusalem stone with a leather hanger, features the prayer to St. Michael. The prayer reads, St. Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our defense against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen.
Amen.
The plaque measures 4 inches wide by 8 inches tall, and this is a prayer that you should be saying several times a day, even if need be, to implore the intercession of St. Michael to protect us from evil powers that be. And this is a beautiful gift for really any of your family members. I'm thinking of my daughter who has a St. Michael the Archangel as one of her patron saints, but also if you have a family member who's a police officer or in the military, or if you know of somebody who is particularly concerned about engaging in spiritual warfare, a fantastic gift.
That's right.
And we don't just have holy reminders that you can have around your home at EWTNRC.com. We also have holy reminders that you can wear. So the next item that we have is the St. Michael medal. And this sterling silver medal measures 3/4 inches in diameter, and it comes on a 24-inch stainless chain. And on the back of the medal is the prayer, St. Michael, guardian of souls, vanquisher of rebel spirits, pray for us. So this is a great holy reminder that you can add to your set of medals, necklaces, crucifixes. And again, we're imploring the intercession of somebody who is very powerful and who can help us defeat evil.
Definitely.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
If you're looking for a gift idea for a family member or a friend, consider getting them the St. Michael pendant and chaplet set. And this is a pewter set that includes a St. Michael medal on a chain, and then it also has a St. Michael chaplet that has beautiful colors on it, and also a holy card. And like I said, this would make a wonderful gift for anyone in the military, or maybe for people whose loved ones are serving overseas. And if you visit our website, we have a book titled My Treasury of Chaplets that contains the descriptions and the prayers for over 100 chaplets like this one. So you may not even be familiar with the chaplet to St. Michael, but it could be a devotion that you find that you really take to.
It's very powerful, and people can use that chaplet to help them to pray along the St. Michael chaplet along with Mother Angelica as we show her praying the chaplet every morning. So,
of course. I'm glad that Ryan knows what's going on EWTN. It's nice to see young Catholics who are enthusiastic about their faith too. Well, I have another gift idea. It is the St. Michael statue, and this is a beautifully detailed statue that's made of a resin stone mix and measures approximately 4 3/4 inches high. And I can picture this going on your nightstand. Maybe you can put it in your kitchen, in your child's bedroom, or it can be something that sits on your mantle at home as well. There's a place for St. Michael in your home. You just have to determine what that spot will be. And please remember, when you're ordering at EWTNRC.com, rather than calling our phone center, you're saving us dollars that we can put to better use promoting Mother Angelica's mission. And as always, our website is secure and easy to navigate, so it's safe and convenient for you.
we have even more St. Michael gifts, Debbie.
I'm really excited to see them. I really love St. Michael.
Check this out. Right. So we have this St. Michael the Archangel bronze statue. This highly detailed statue is made of cold cast bronze and measures 4 inches high. It is perfect for any desk, tabletop, shelf, workspace, or just about anywhere, a holy reminder of the powerful protection of St. Michael is needed. We also have this St. Michael tapestry wall hanging. This woven tapestry wall banner has amazing detail. Notice how at the top there is a ring for hanging, and at the bottom there are 3 dangling crosses. The image measures 11 inches by 8 inches, and if you measure from hook to cross, it measures a total of 18 inches. You know, I love how we have so many awesome St. Michael items to show today, Debbie. And this particular bronze statue reminds me of the St. Michael the Archangel holy water font that I have hanging up on the wall in my room. And I love having him there because St. Michael is so important because he's the one that kicked Satan out of heaven. So he can help to kick Satan out of our lives.
And at EWTNRC.com, we have a variety of those cold cast bronze statues. We actually have the Pieta holy water font that's in cold cast bronze in our home and right in the entryway. And they're beautiful holy reminders that really can suit any kind of decor that you have. Yeah. And I believe once before you had mentioned that some of these statues or these figurines look like they're action figures.
Yes.
And I think if there's any saint that could be described as an action figure in the most reverent way, it's St. Michael, because
who better than St. Michael?
He's a powerful intercessor for us, and we know that he is a model for defeating evil.
That's exactly right. Yep, that's why I love him. Crushing the head of Satan, as you see on the statue. That very important detail. So, the feast of St. Junipero Serra was this past weekend. St. Junipero was an 18th century Franciscan friar who traveled to the New World and preached the love of Christ to the natives living in the wilderness of California. His motto was, "Always forward, never back." He started 9 Spanish missions in California, including missions in San Francisco and Los Angeles. And also we need to ask ourselves, why is it that 4 of the major Catholic cities in California are named after something Catholic? It's because of the Franciscan missionaries who were in California that were led by St. Junipero. So Pope Francis canonized him in 2015 during his trip to the United States. So we have this St. Junipero bronze, cold cast bronze statue. St. Junipero is featured here in a full Franciscan habit, standing on a boat and holding a tall cross to symbolize his arduous journey from Spain in late 1748. Notice how in his right hand he's holding a small church, which symbolizes the many missions that he founded. This detailed statue is made of cold cast bronze and measures 9 inches high. We also have this DVD of a movie that's been very popular on EWTN, the St. Junipero DVD, also coming in a set with the olive wood rosary. The first item in this set is the EWTN original docudrama, Serra, Ever Forward, Never Back. This program, which was filmed on location in Spain, Mexico, and California, presents the life and heroic missionary activity of St. Junipero Serra. Each episode combines insightful commentary from noted experts with dramatized recreations of scenes from the life of this Catholic saint, as you can see in this clip.
By living the liturgy in their midst and making their cross his own. In this most creative and productive period of his life, he threw off the weight of status, resigning as president of the Sierra Gorda Missions to become, for the first time, the simple friar he felt God had intended him to be. Pillow wrote that the humble father was quite pleased to be without the dignity of the position and free to exercise himself in humility, which he did, not disdaining to fulfill the most humble and lowly tasks, doing the work of a peon, carrying stone or lumber for the building of the church.
Although his famous expedition from Mexico to California was filled with trials and hardships, St. Junipero Serra was determined to go ever forward, never back. The running time for this program is 2.5 hours, and the DVD features closed captioning as well. The set also includes a St. Junipero Serra olive wood rosary. This is made with 8mm olive wood beads from the West Bank in the Holy Land, a papal crucifix, and a pewter St. Junipero Serra centerpiece. The back of the center reads, take a guess, always forward, never back. And know that you'll save 25% when you purchase the DVD and the rosary together.
You know, EWTN is a teaching network, and I think one of the great strengths of the network is that we have so many docudramas. So not only are you getting a chance to see some dramatic retellings or recreations of the lives of the saints, but you get to learn some of the history behind them too. And so if you haven't had a chance to watch some of the docudramas that are on EWTN, you can also check out EWTNRC.com. We've got Saint Kateri, we've got Father Capodanno, whose cause could be open for sainthood soon. And that docudrama just won a Gabriel Award, which is a big deal. So there are so many options. I really think that you'll find something that you like.
Certainly, they're excellently made and they're highly entertaining, and you'll learn a whole lot. So.
Well, Ryan, I have one more item that is going to help us learn more about the life of St. Junipero Serra. It's The Man Who Founded California, The Life of St. Junipero Serra. And this book is a popular and thorough biography of St. Junipero Serra. This deluxe edition includes numerous illustrations, most of them in color, of the life and work of Serra, especially of the missions that dot the landscape of California, many gloriously restored to their original beauty. And this paperback has 142 pages. So, as we had mentioned earlier, he was only canonized in 2015, and there is still a lot that we all can learn about his life. So, if you haven't had a chance to learn more about St. Junipero Serra, now's your chance.
Certainly.
And you know, I think that the saints are models for our life and that we should try to infuse them into every part of our lives. So I'm particularly excited to show you these next items, which I think are really cute and really sweet. They are the Tiny Saints clip-ons, and each of these whimsical little clip-on caricatures has a soft plastic material with a sturdy swivel lobster claw clasp. They're great for backpacks, zippers, and keychains, and we have several of them available today. The first that I have is Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati, whose feast day is on July 4th. He was a 20th century Italian man who is a patron of students, young Catholics, and World Youth Day. And he's known for his social activism, particularly charity work, which helped many poor people in Turin, Italy. And he was beatified by St. John Paul II in 1990. He's a great role model for young men and for little boys. And you can see here that he was a very adventurous type, and he's shown here with a cane or a walking stick and a pipe. And the second clip that I have features one of my favorite saints, my daughter's patron saint, St. Therese of Lisieux, the Little Flower. And her little way has changed hearts over the past century. Her simple yet deeply profound spirituality is an inspiration to all of us. And we also have one of my other favorite saints, St. Padre Pio. St. Pio is a beloved 20th century saint who bore the stigmata, or the wounds of Christ, just like St. Francis of Assisi did. And he's the patron saint of adolescents and also for stress relief. And we have more of the Saint clip-ons on our website, including the Blessed Virgin Mary, St. Gianna Molla, which is actually one that I have, and St. Teresa of Calcutta. And these are great for all ages. I have them on my work badge. I have them on my keys. My husband has one on his keys. They're great little gifts to give to your friends and to your family members as reminders of our faith. And it's a nice way to spark some conversation too, like, what's that little figurine that you have on your keys? Well, let me tell you about Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati. It's a great way to start a good conversation.
Great conversation starter, for sure.
And you know, some of the greatest saints that we have in the church are the young saints, the young people. And we have to remember that you're never too old to be a witness for your faith, and you're never too young to give your life completely to God. And we see that so beautifully through St. Maria Goretti. And so we have the film for you, the St. Maria Goretti feature film DVD. And St. Maria Goretti's feast day is this week on July 6th. She was only 12 years old when she died a martyr of purity in the early 20th century. She's a great patron saint who can intercede for the young people in our lives who might struggle with chastity, which is a battle that we're all facing today, but particularly with young children. The story of St. Maria Goretti, the patroness of modern youth, is retold in this beautifully made Italian film, as you can see here.
Mommy, can we go to the city? Yes, for the party. So many people will be there.
The party?
Party, yay!
Oh, yes, let's go, let's go.
Oh, well, we should. I guess we should.
You see, Maria, water isn't a bad thing. Not even swamp water. You just have to look at it with eyes of hope and eyes of faith.
Dad? Mom, I love you both. I love you too. Me too. I love you too. I love you, Mommy.
And this DVD, which was shot on location and filmed with authentic detail, also includes a special 16-page study booklet with interviews, questions and answers, and more. And the DVD is in Italian with English or Spanish subtitles or an English dubbed track. The running time is 1 hour and 45 minutes. And we also have the book St. Maria Goretti and Garments All Red. Now this book tells the true story of the 12-year-old who died a martyr of purity in 1902. She lived a virtuous life of poverty, holiness, and valiant resistance. And after her death, Maria appeared in a dream to her murderer, Alessandro, which led him to a profound conversion. Alessandro later testified at her cause for beatification. And this book is paperback and is 120 pages. As my daughter continues to grow, I hope that she can learn to love and appreciate the life of St. Maria Goretti, because like I said, we are being attacked on all sides when it comes to chastity and sins of the flesh and sexual sins. And it's so important for our children to know the truth of who they are as children of God, made in God's image, and that is not to be violated. And she was so brave and so willing to resist those sexual sins and that pursuit and that attack. And not only was she willing to resist that, but she was also able to forgive her murderer as she was dying, and then she appeared to him afterwards.
Which led to his conversion. Which
led to his conversion too. So I get goosebumps thinking about St. Maria Goretti, because I think that she is just a powerful witness for young women, but also young men as well.
She's a terrific example, terrific, as is, of course, as we just talked about, one of my favorites, Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati. So we wanted to show you this Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati book and DVD set. So the first item in this set is this book, To the Heights, which is a novel based on the life of Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati by Brian Kennelly, published by Tan Books. Pier Giorgio Frassati, born to a wealthy family in Italy at the dawn of the 20th century, was good-looking, popular, and athletic. He spent much of his youth climbing the rugged Italian Alps, disappearing into the clouds for days at a time. He was quick with a joke or a prank and enjoyed a good time. It seemed he was blessed with everything a young man could ask for, but he hungered for more. In this novel, you can dig deeper than the biographical facts and discover the heart of a charismatic young man known today as Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati. This fantastic paperback novel has 280 powerful pages. This set also includes a DVD titled Sanctity Within Reach, Pier Giorgio Frassati. Pope St. John Paul II called Pier Giorgio the man of the 8 Beatitudes, and his friends described him as an explosion of joy. This fun-loving Italian youth ascended the mountain of personal sanctity and holiness with zealous tenacity in much of the same fashion that he scaled his beloved Italian Alps. Christine Wohar, the executive director of Frassati USA, and Wanda Garanska, the niece of Pier Giorgio, both examined the life, spirituality, and astounding legacy of good works of this outstanding Catholic man, as you can see in this clip.
And Pope John Paul II, when he would talk about Pier Giorgio to young people, which he often did, he would say, get to know him. He recognized in Pier Giorgio that he was such a man of a normal life like most lay people live, but that in his normal life he showed us how to be holy. He showed us that by living our friendships, our athletics, our studies, our service to the poor, that we could live in a constant relationship with God and we could be holy. And when he beatified Pier Giorgio in 1990, he said, Pier Giorgio Frassati shows us that holiness is for everyone.
The running time is 1.5 hours. And you know, Debbie, I've seen this documentary and it is absolutely fantastic. It's so cool getting to watch a woman who actually is related to Pier Giorgio. It makes it seem, you know, he was real. It's not just something that you read about in a book. He was a real flesh and blood young man who shows us that sanctity and holiness and great virtue and joy are possible even for young people.
And that those are contagious. You can see how Ryan just lit up when he started talking about Blessed Pier Giorgio. And that's the life that we are all called to live, one of contagious joy, and that is the joy of the gospel. And realizing that you may have, the good looks, the athletics, whatever in life, have everything that the world thinks you need, but that there's something more. And it's really inspiring to see a young man in pursuit of more than what the world has to offer.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And speaking of young people striving for holiness, the college campus today is oftentimes one of the most difficult places to hold on to the Catholic faith, which is why Aurora Griffin wrote her book, How I Stayed Catholic at Harvard, 40 Tips for Faithful College Students. In this book, a Harvard graduate, Rhodes Scholar, and devout Catholic tells you everything you need to know about keeping your faith at a modern university. Aurora Griffin, drawing on her recent experience, shares 40 practical tips relating to academics, community, prayer, and service that helped her stay Catholic in college. Throughout the book, she shows how being Catholic in college did not prevent her from having a full college experience, but actually enabled her to make the most of her time at Harvard. Debbie, I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't go to a highly secular university. I went to a mostly Baptist college, but nevertheless, when I first got to Samford, I was really falling away from my faith. But it was the last 3 years that I really got back into it again, thanks be to God. And I can say that the best of my time at college was when I was fully embracing my Catholic faith again. So this book is for those young people who think that there's a contradiction between having fun at college and being a strong, practicing Catholic. So this would be a fantastic book to read if you're in college or if you know someone who's in college or about to go to college.
At some point in every person's life, there has to be a decision to give everything to Christ. A kind of a moment of personal conversion. Of course, conversion also happens in smaller ways every day, and that's a point I try to talk about throughout the book. But there seems to be always that one moment. And for me, that came before college. So by the time I was a freshman, I knew that I wanted to stay Catholic and was committed to finding the resources that I needed to do that before I got there.
Yeah.
St. Jose Maria Escrivá said, "Don't neglect your spiritual reading, because reading has made many saints." So we should try to make the time to read a few good Catholic books like this one every year. And now here's a recap of the items that we showed you today, as well as information about how to order.
The first item we showed you today is the Prayer to St. Michael Stone Plaque. It's item number 864 for $52. The St. Michael Medal with Prayer is item number S1601 for $50. The St. Michael Pendant and Chaplet Set, which is a great gift for the loved one in your family, is item number MK109 for just $24. And the St. Michael 4-inch statue is item number 46480 for $14.
The St. Michael 4-inch statue in cold cast bronze is item number 75579 for $19. The St. Michael tapestry wall hanging is item number TL45 for $30. The St. Junipero Serra cold cast bronze statue is item number 76882 for $56. And the St. Junipero Serra DVD and olive wood rosary set is item number 74JSK for just $28.50. And know that you're saving 25% when you buy these items as a set.
The book, The Man Who Founded California, is item number 40578 for $18. Then we showed you the Tiny Saints clip-on charms, the first of which is Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati. It's item number H0315 for $5. We also have the St. Therese of Lisieux Tiny Saint clip-on, item number H0283 for $5. And the St. Padre Pio Tiny Saint clip-on medal, item number H0305, also for $5. And we do have more Tiny Saint clip-ons available online at EWTNRC.com. The St. Maria Goretti feature film DVD is item number 2428D for $20. And the book St. Maria Goretti in Garments All Red is item number 1540 for $13.
The Pier Giorgio Frassati book and DVD set is item number 2414K for just $21. You're saving 30% when you get these items as a bundle. And we showed you the book by Aurora Griffin, How I Stayed Catholic at Harvard, item number 1285 for just $17. To order your holy reminders, please visit us at EWTNRC.com. It's safe and secure, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express. Again, that's EWTNRC.com. Or you can call us at 1-800-854-6316. Visit EWTN.com and sign up to receive our e-blasts. And don't forget to visit and like us on Facebook. Next week on EWTN's Religious Catalog, we will show you a St. Benedict Sick Call crucifix, a St. Kateri chaplet and DVD set, an icon crucifix, and the book 150 North American Martyrs You Should Know. Here are the airtimes.
Thank you so much for joining us today on EWTN's Religious Catalog Show. We do hope you enjoyed what you saw. And remember, there are even more holy reminders available for you at EWTNRC.com. Until we see each other again, may God bless you and your family.